Jéja kuanki chubaka. Curator kamawalpa.
Really hard to believe that this turn of events actually really did happen. I've been waiting for a very, very long time to do this, Tipster, and I hope you're ready for this.
Solo thought Jéja.
I'm so glad you asked. I'm gonna turn you into content and hurt your fifis.
Slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Boy, oh boy, fam, I know this took me a while to make, guys, but you know what? I'm going to make it really, really worth your time to watch this video because you know what? I don't think I'm going to have an ounce of gameplay in here, and it's just going to be like straight up edits on here. Because you know what? At least you guys deserve that because you waited that long for this video to come out. Because you know what? It's only the best for the fam. You know what I mean? So fortunately, if you're one of those people that were not, well, very familiar with Tipster, and you're pretty much one of the lucky ones, here's a nice little short summary from Wikitubia. Tipster, also known as It's Your Boy Tipster, formerly gamergate Review, is an American YouTuber, live streamer, commentator, primarily known for reporting news on YouTube and commentating on current events. Now, unfortunately, if you're not very familiar with his controversies that has recently happened with him, well, we'll be here a very, very long time, and trust me, you're not here for that. You're here for his take on Sweet Baby Inc., and that's a whole mess within itself. So, and if I were even to talk about his controversies on the channel, I'm pretty sure I would get demonetized, and I want this video to spread out to many people as it can, and you know, get some new people in, blah blah blah. You know, all the whole sellout story, blah blah blah, right fam? But like I always say, fam, if you guys enjoy this type of content, please leave a like and comment in the comment section. I always like talking to you guys, and hey, I'm trying to make it 10K by the end of this year, so if you want to, you know, enjoy more of this type of content and want to help me hit 10K by the end of this year, go ahead to hit that subscribe button. I'll definitely bring you guys some more content. But besides all that sellout stuff, guys, go ahead and go grab yourself a nice little drink and a nice little snack, and let's just go ahead and dive right into the content.
But in any case, I'm going in blind. I have no idea what the fuck this is about, but apparently everybody's in an uproar. The anti-woke crowd are in an uproar about this company called Sweet Baby Inc. And I know nothing about it.
Very poor choice of words.
So let me get this straight, Tipster. You dive into this topic with zero fucking idea of what is going on, and you just take the basic level surface of the whole situation. You see the biggest spurgs online, like probably Babyface, Malone, maybe Synthetic Man, for the love of God, please no. And then you just write it off right there, and you decided, I'm gonna go ahead and do a live stream. That's just the most Tipster thing I have fucking heard in a very, very long time.
I don't know. To me, it doesn't really seem all that big of a deal, but we know how the anti-woke crowd can be. They can get really upset about a lot of really stupid shit.
You know, usually I would agree with that, especially with people like Synthetic Man in that situation, but this time, they're not fucking insane. We've actually, well, I haven't, but many people that have covered this topic have found a lot of fucking evidence on these people. And these people are not here to play nice. They are here to manipulate and trying to change everything that we care about gaming. And let's just say they're not doing it very nicely to the developers, the CEOs, even though some of these CEOs do not deserve kindness, in my humble opinion. But let me tell you right now, these people are absolute scum.
So I decided to pull up an article. This is an article by PC Gamer that kind of goes into what this is about.
Oh no, I've read that article. That article is very, very questionable. Why the fuck would you bring that up, Tipster? Oh wait, never mind. You don't fucking think at all. You just do. You're just like, unga bunga, let's bring out an article because, you know, it's absolutely truth and they bring up no facts or fucking truth in this situation. I mean, hell, even that article doesn't bring up any evidence to back up what they're accusing the other side of.
These concerned gamers have instead perceived a rising tide of ideology ideology that's somehow taking over the industry by force. Oh, chat. It's about the woke ideology again. Oh, no.
If you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years, put this stuff up to your higher-ups, and if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
That little clip took me about 5 minutes to go find and figure out what the whole Hollow Blue is about. And a lot of these people that are the anti-woke and stuff that are going against Sweet Baby Inc., yeah, they're not crazy. They actually got some valid points this time. Am I really surprised, fam, that he did like zero research into this whole situation? No, not really. This is Tipster, all in a nutshell.
Regardless of your opinion on that, it should be noted that Steam's guidelines for this sort of thing prohibit insults, harassment, and discrimination. The creators and members of these groups are responsible for ensuring that they adhere to all of the guidelines outlined above. It can be argued that the anti-Sweet Baby group is violating said guidelines. That'll be interesting to see if, we find out the group got taken down or anything like that. Maybe it's already happened. I don't know. Because again, I'm going into the situation blind.
Read from sheets. I am Sofa King.
Sofa King.
We Todd Ed.
Tipster, doing any amount of research into topics that you are trying to do is very, very important. I don't dive into any topic at all without doing the basic level, above basic level research of the situation. Do you know how stupid you sound right now? The curator of that whole Steam page developed that page to avoid Sweet Baby Inc.'s fucking products. Not to harass them, but to avoid them, which is a consumer level fucking choice, okay? It's not because we want to go harass them, but is it a choice for us, okay?
But the perspective is never that we're coming in and injecting diversity. For the most part, it's the reverse. It's that a company has created a character and they want to make that character more representative and more interesting.
You know what's funny? There's actually a rumor going around that right now. And there's just a rumor. Just take this with a grain of salt. At Compulsion Games, their recent game, South of Midnight, has race swapped their main character after hiring Sweet Baby Inc. I mean, hell, there is even another article that's coming out saying Microsoft cautions developers to avoid curvy female characters. Microsoft urges developers not to create female characters with exaggerated body proportions on their official site to support game devs. I mean, hell, a couple days ago, the head of Xbox marketing team really just posted this kind of tweet out into the ether, and she got bombarded for making a tweet like that. So I mean, these people, these anti-woke people that you're talking about, Tipster, are actually starting to make some sense in these situations. And I really hate to say that, but honestly, they're making some sense. But again, this is Tipster, barely doing any fucking research into this fucking situation.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, basically, they're already a game developer that's working on a project, and they want their game to be, inclusive and diverse or something along those lines. And so they develop the story and they develop the plot of the game and the various different elements of the game. And they say, hey, this is what we've come up with.
Tipster, when is the red flag gonna fucking just come at you and smack you in the face? That means they are injecting. That means they are putting their political beliefs and this other bullshit that they believe into our video games. This isn't natural. This isn't fucking organic. And you know what the sad part is? The people, the anti-woke, the fucking absolute Looney Tunes of this situation, they actually have a valid point. This evidence that they've brought to us to show us what's going on actually gives them leverage in this situation, because they actually have evidence now to show that these people are actually infiltrating our fucking gaming space, our things that we like to have. Because now here's a sad reality. Since now this is out in the wild now there's going to be the possibilities of people saying, oh God, is this done out of fucking, good intentions to actually, entertain me and bring some new value and some new perspectives, or is this just done out of bad intentions?
But my understanding is a lot of these people think that developers are being forced to work with these companies like this, to try and insert woke ideology into the games and stuff, which is insane.
Okay, Tipster, can you show me any proof that rebuttals this whole situation? Or are you just saying, This is basic level research on the bread on the surface. No, this isn't true. No, don't believe what they're saying. No. Hard to believe that this man used to be a respectable YouTuber.
I've gone over Sweet Baby Inc. a little bit with the Suicide Squad stuff, Kill the Justice League, and how they ruined that. But they're panicking right now. Let's just say they're panicking right now. And for the uninformed, let me go ahead and just try.
Were those games that she mentioned really that bad? I haven't played the games that she mentioned. Does anybody in the chat know if those games are any bad?
Yes, it was so terrible that I challenged my own community out of like a certain light goal, and it got blown out of the water. And I spent the last maybe 8 to 12 hours playing Suicide Squad. It was the worst experience I've ever played in my life, and it was terrible. And I actually challenged myself not to bring up any of the woke points within that game and just talk about the merits of the game instead. And trust me, the amount of shit that they threw at you in that game, yeah, it was really hard to ignore that stuff and not put it in the review. But like I said, I wanted to be me, not synthetic man.
I always think it's like really silly, right? The whole like keep your politics out of my games or whatever. Like, you know how many games like politics is part of like the narrative story arc or whatever? There are so many games that like you might have enjoyed and you maybe never really thought about it, but politics is part of the narrative in the games. I think the game franchise that really comes to mind the most, one of my favorite game franchises, somebody in the chat just said it, VCC TV, Metal Gear Solid.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot. I'm just kidding!
And you want to know why a lot of people accepted? Spoiler alert, Tipster, but since the fat has gone to your fucking head, it's because people want to see it, not be lectured. They want to see like, oh God, maybe it's not a good idea to set off a nuke because it's going to turn into a wasteland, cough, cough, fallout, and it's going to threaten our way of living. And the way of our living has just absolutely deteriorated to the point we're barely going to survive. Oh, would you look at that, Tipster? Instead of being fucking lectured to, we're being shown. It's like people crave experiences to live through the fucking video game and go through those experiences, which we may never experience in our life. Crazy to think that way, huh, Tipster?
Dude, like, do you actually pay attention to the games you play, or are you just looking for a reason to be outraged over nothingness?
Same thing could be asked of you, Tipster. You did barely, or even surface level of research into this discussion, and now you're injecting yourself into this space pretending that you know everything. So do us a favor and shut the hell up, Tipster.
Nothing against, like, you know, Anita Sarkeesian's like worldviews on like feminism or anything like that. Just when it comes to stuff like some of the arguments that she made against some of the games that she spoke out about, it was one of those things where it's like, okay, that's actually not true.
Gee, and I wonder why a lot of people are getting upset with Sweet Baby Inc. because they're doing the same bullshit that Anita Sarkeesian, I can't even pronounce her name right, the same bullshit that she was trying to pull with the first Gamergate. Gee, I wonder why a lot of people are upset right now.
I don't understand. Like, even not looking at this from like a woke perspective, okay? I don't understand why they care so much about a game, maybe a game that stars a, you know, like a, you know, a black character, or why do they care so much if a game has LGBT characters in it, okay? Why does it matter?
Here's a simple freaking answer, Tipster, because we don't like it when it's forced down our fucking throats. Maybe we want it organically for these people so they can enjoy it. Not because it's forced, not because they're trying to meet a quota, not because they're trying to, make money off of these people. No, because we done it organically for them so they can enjoy it, and we could possibly enjoy it too along with them. There's nothing wrong with it, but the thing that is wrong, that's wrong with this industry right now, is that they're not doing it organically. They're trying to meet a fucking quota of this weird ass stature that they're trying to get. Probably because with the SAG or the fucking BlackRock, who knows, honestly.
Don't want to support this stuff. I don't want to play anything that Sweet Baby Inc. has consulted for because I think they're retarded.
Oh, that's an awesome reason. I don't want to support any games that they were a part of because I think they're retarded.
And that's her God-given right to believe that way, Tipster, just as much as you think that her opinion on this situation is absolutely stupid. It amazes me that you want to sit there and say, well, I'm accepting everybody's opinions in this situation when you just tried to shame her in that situation. What is wrong with you, dude?
They can't give an actual reason why they're not fond of this company, so they're just like, well, they're retarded though.
Stop it. Get some help.
And yet they've given like millions and millions and millions upon reasons why they don't want to support Sweet Baby Inc. But you want to sit there not thinking at all or listening to their points at all that, oh my God, I'm going to lose my fucking mind over Tipster. But you just sat there on your little fucking high horse and didn't even bother listening to the worries and concerns that these people have. Absolutely amazing.
I mean, we can ask the same thing of you. Why is it such a problem that you guys feel the need to curate this list at all? Why are you so mad that game developers are hiring this company to begin with? It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
I'ma plant me a dumbass tree.
Well, maybe if you got the fat out of your ears and actually listened to us, you would actually know the reasons why. Reason number one is because this company has been notorious for ruining games. Two, and this one is very, very fucking important. We don't want to support these people. So whenever we see one of these games on the fucking list, we're like, okay, instead of going harassing them and are wasting our time, we're just going to avoid these games that these people have been a part of. So much fucking better than harassing them. Isn't that right, Tipster? But apparently not.
Weaponize empathy.
I don't know what the full context of that clip was, but if I had to guess, it was probably something along the lines of, hey, you know, if you're working on a game project and, you know, say there's representation of a group of people, maybe there's a representation of a minority group within the game that's represented very poorly, and if this game gets put out like that, it's going to look really bad for your company. Maybe you should let your company know, hey, we should hire this consultancy firm to help us fix that.
You truly are a lost cause, Tipster. You did not do the bare fucking minimum. The bare minimum of any research into this topic at all. You just came home, sat in your fucking lazy boy chair, booted up the stream and said, well, I'm not better than any research in this. Let's go ahead and dive right into it, guys. You know, you can trust me. I know what I'm talking about. You did no fucking research at all. The bare minimum. The clip that he's referring to, guys, is the clip that I showed you guys earlier in the video.
I mean, if they're doing stuff within this group, and I haven't checked the group myself, but if they're doing stuff in this group that literally is engaging in targeted harassment against employees of Sweet Baby Inc., then that would be a violation of Steam's terms of service. So, like, if that's what's happening, then I don't really see what the big deal is.
Oh, I'll tell you what the problem is. It's you, Tipster. You didn't do any research into this at all. Even go and looked at like on YouTube or different articles or the forums, or actually did some research to figure out, oh God, maybe these people aren't the people that they're really saying they are. Did you even bother going on to fucking Twitter since you live on there, Tipster? Did you even bother?
Sweet Baby Inc. staff throw a tantrum after Steam Curator lists created to track and warn players against their work.
I just don't get it. Like, what are you warning players of?
What possessed you to say that shit?
There's no shot in hell. You just sat there listening to the quartering, just spewing that information out to you, and you just sat there, what's the problem? What's the problem, guys? I don't understand. I don't understand the problem. It was right in your face, Tipster. No wonder you've been thrown out of fucking so many communities. It's not even funny. Like, oh my God. But you know what, guys? If you made it this long in this video, I really do appreciate it. And you guys all know to do that sellout stuff. You know how to support the channel. I ain't got to reiterate it again. But like I always say, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, fam.